Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations, and some look pretty useful for certain tasks here too. So the very first creation here is by ArtemisRouge, and this is the Terra Fitness. I was kind of taking a look at the blueprint description on this really cool looking kind of mini mech, sort of, with some extraordinary thrust power on it. It looks like it would be a very capable high-gravity SV miner, from what I can tell here. Very cool looking, too. Love the feet that are going on here. Also, taking a look at the blueprint description, it was talking about its mining capability. I believe, according to the author, that this is capable of doing 11G mining, which is pretty insane. I don't think there's any planets in the game that actually need that much power, but it depends how much weight it's moving around too. So that's a big factor in there. We'll take a look at the storage here in a second. But wow, look at that thrust power. Also has some couple Gatling guns on here and a minigun turret on the top. 9 mining drills. Also in the description that this one should be able to rotate within a mining hole to basically kind of rotate around and be able to mine everything within a hole, which is really cool too, because that helps you not get stuck. It allows you to mine a mining node, especially into a planet, a lot easier, because then you're not all tripped up on the body of the drill itself, or the mining vessel. So, and you can kind of see how that's done too, where the all these mining drills are kind of on the outer edges of the creation all the way around, trying to make a hole big enough to fit itself through, and then be able to essentially like gimbal around in that hole and get all the mining done. Very, very cool looking creation though. I love the style of it too, and not to mention with so many big thrusters and everything, it looks like something really cool too. You know, something like with these kinds of specs, you would think it would be not very visually stimulating due to the fact of all the big parts and things that had to do to make it all work right. But no, this looks really, really cool. I like it. I like it. This looks like a very capable high gravity SV miner, which there's obvious needs for these kind of creations in game. This one's a bit on the extreme side, but that's probably a good thing. It's like getting the Ferrari version of a SV miner. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So to start with, unlock level 20 does 126 forward, 50 strafing, 126 lift, 126 reverse, 63 down. The roll, yaw, and pitch are pretty insane as well. Might be a little hard to control unless you get a load on this right off the gate, but you can adjust your pitch, yaw, and roll if you need to turn that down a little bit. Only a 2 hour and 13-minute build time too, which I'm really quite surprised at the size of the thrusters and the mining drills, and the fact that it does have a detector in here, plus some defensive weapons, or well, a little bit of I guess aggressive weapons, mainly to take down drones when you're out mining. Three fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks in here. CPU wise, it's wow. How did this fit into this? I figured this was going to be a Core 9 for sure. And it's showing that it's only using like 32K CPU, which is surprising. I figured these big thrusters on here were going to really chew up a lot of CPU. But yeah, the author found a way to get this to work pretty cheaply, considering. I just figured this was going to be a lot higher build time and higher CPU usage than what it is, which is really cool. So yeah, an affordable, extreme high gravity miner here. Let's take a look at your storage. So we got a harvest controller at a little over 20K on that, and then we got an ammo controller at 375, which is fine for the ammo. It's just running 15 mil rounds for both the Gatling guns and the retractable turret on there. But 20K harvest as well. I absolutely believe it would have no problem filling that harvest up and getting around. No problem in any gravity situation in the game that I know of. Unless there's some black hole or something that's got like 100 Gs or something, I think this would perform really well, honestly. So again, this is the Terra Fitness by ArtemisRouge. Very, very cool SV miner here. So the next creation is something I caught on the spotlight here, and this might have been, I believe this was in the recent challenge, but that challenge is now done. This is the JTKE Yellow Jacket base, and it's by JTKE Gaming. Really cool. This is, I believe, this is more of a starter style base for the game. And interesting asymmetrical layout on this. I like the idea of how the turrets are distributed around the base. Interesting coloring too. With it really fits with that Yellow Jacket name it's got, like a Yellow Jacket B. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks very cool. I like the turret spread around there too. It looks like it would give the base a nice line of defense around. Yeah, pretty much every angle these turrets can fire forward or behind it, as well as, of course, to the sides. Yeah, very cool. So we've got a side door, and then we got a hangar door over here. For some reason, this hangar door is open here. I'm not sure why that is. I guess it wants to stay open. I'm gonna leave it. It's cool. It's nice that it's open. So also seeing, it kind of looks like maybe a place for a part upgrade right over there. We have a solar capacitor on here as well. So I'm kind of curious. Oh yeah, so we got some solar panels right in the center of the roof. Maybe more that are. I don't know. I don't know if there's more or not. I would think you would see them. It's a base. They do have to be visible for them to operate. So maybe just a couple solar panels, which is fine. Enough to kind of keep it going without using very much power at all. So inside of here, this looks very cool as well. So we got some cargo boxes here. Got instructions over here. I like this LCD with the yellow background. Old school LCD too. Look at that. Looks pretty cool. It really goes with the Yellow Jacket theme coloring scheme here as well. So you can add a constructor. There's also a basement on here too. I had to spawn this into the ground a little bit, so it might be a little tricky there. Oh, I love this repair bay LCD here too. So you can add in a repair bay. Obviously, probably remove this piece of glass to fit that. Like how it's labeled though with the LCD there, stating what it is. We got heavy machinery, docking bay. What is this? Oh, that's a table. Look at that. That is one of the deco like seating tables, but it was made into a thing. A really cool looking thing. Wow, that's wild. Just don't mind me. I'm just examining this a little bit. Yeah, and then we've got LCDs like over the bottom of the table, and this this piece connecting to it. Oh, that's wild. That's thinking out of the box right there. I gotta say, that is, I never thought about using like it's a table and a set of chairs as some kind of high-tech looking interface machine with a display on it. That's so wild. Very creative there. Love it, love it. And look at that. We've got some of these pieces over here. These like bookshelf deco pieces going along the ceiling here, which looks really cool as well. Adds a lot of detail in there. So obviously you can walk in the side door here. We've got a switch for, I don't know, I'm going to hit it and see what happens there. I'm sure it did something. I'm hearing something. Well, anyway, I'll just keep on going. I'll figure out what that did sooner or later, maybe here. Oh, look at that. The table on the ceiling there too. Oh yeah, another one. Some crazy stuff going on here. So over here, it looks like we've got our our main medical piece, and then we got a basement. So the basement's going to probably screw up because I spawned it in the ground a little bit. Well, not so bad. Not so bad. Oh, look at this. Look at all this stuff underneath. Cargo box over there. Looks like we got a ladder up to the... Oh, it comes underneath a turret there. So you can kind of repair a turret or maybe all the turrets from underneath the base. I wonder if that's how this works. Yeah, it looks like it is. So you got the 4 turrets on the outside, and literally this connects underground to those turrets. So you could technically repair them from inside of the base. That's a pretty slick idea. Don't even have to go outside. So this could be very useful for a nasty atmosphere kind of planet where you don't really want to go outside to do much. You can fix your stuff with inside here. And it looks like we've got a lot of things going on here. A place for a CPU block, I'm guessing. And what is down this way? Oh yeah, and this is the vast underground here. The base doesn't go that far down. It's not that big. I'm not sure why it's drawn the bottom ground like that right now. Actually, been getting a lot of weird little glitches with certain things here. But that's yeah. Not sure what this room is about. I've probably not seen it in all its glory, but it looks like it would have extra room. I don't know, or maybe this is just kind of designed for you can go underground and do some mining below the base, or to hold some very large parts here, shields or whatnot. Anyway, it is definitely more space for the base here. Yeah, wild design. I like the underground features here too. It looks smaller than it is for sure from the outside. Again, very cool starter type of base here by JTE Gaming. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So we're unlocked level 5, 59 minute 43 second build time, which is really low on the build time on that, which is yeah, doesn't need anything at all. Especially you got your 4 minigun turrets, 3 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, it's really low, a smidgen over, but I don't think that's going to cause any problems whatsoever. One last thing, I just want to look at the stats here. Okay. All right, never mind on that. So again, very cool starter base here by JTE Gaming, the Yellow Jacket base. So the next creation here, this one is a replica by Cellusticore, and this is the Mammoth Freighter. And I took a look at the post, and had a picture of the creation that he was going for, and he did an excellent job on it. In fact, this one's a little more colorful and a little more exotic with parts of it. The freighter in the picture, all these cargo containers are kind of the same thing all the way around, and I noticed that Cellusticore made like different looking cargo containers for each one of these. I mean, if you notice, they're all different over here. There's a green one and a red one, and the blockwork on are different on most of these, or probably all of them. Yeah, really wild design here. Definitely like it. It's got that definitely a freighter look, industrial type of look going on here. Love this front section here too. That's really interesting with the antenna kind of placed there. Sort of lands on this front piece here, or does it? Actually, it looks like it's sitting right on these deco pieces over here. That's wild. And look at this inner hull work going on here too. Yeah, very industrial looking ship here. Maybe this was intended to be used as a like an in-game, or like a I don't know, NPC ship. Very potentially. We'll have to see what it's got for storage and everything on here too. It is a freighter, but I think it was made for other reasons rather than to be a necessarily a player ship. Big old XL thruster there, which could move a lot of weight. Got some. Oh yeah, we're running some alien turrets on here too, or some. I believe. Hold on, what is that? What is this turret? Yeah, okay, it is alien laser turret. So yeah, I do believe this is for NPCs, or basically AI controlled ships in game, and it looks very appropriate for that too. Yeah, look at this setup here. So much things going on the interior of this, between deco parts and framework and block work and all these cargo boxes, which are literally like all different. Like Celesticor decided he wanted to build a different type of design for every single one of these cargo boxes, which is really, really cool. Takes a little extra time and effort. It would have been a lot easier to copy and paste one model, but wouldn't look as cool either. That's for sure. Yeah, that's really really cool. I'm not even so sure if this has much of an interior in it. I'm kind of looking around for like entryways, and it looks like the only place that could be habitable is up by the bridge over here. Let me see if there's a way in that bridge from the outside. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, I'm pretty positive to say that this is made to be an NPC ship in game here. It does have an interior though. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. I could be very well mistaken. Oh, we do have interior. Look at that. I didn't even see it from the outside. All right, so we get in down here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so well, it's not really down there, but we get in here. Do have an elevator that goes up to let's check out this floor. I didn't realize it had an interior in it. It just didn't look like it would fit that from looking at all the block work and things on the hull. And maybe it's just, again, I still believe it's for like an NPC kind of ship though. And this gets you all the way right through here. So it looks like pretty much a straight shot hallway. It is airtight as well. Yeah, interesting. Let me backtrack here a little bit. We got a lot of parts, some cargo boxes and things in the back. And then let's go right up to the top, and that gets us to the bridge section here. And yeah, we got an NPC pilot as well. So it doesn't look like there's a pilot seat in here either. I kind of noticed that originally when I tried to park it. I was like, oh, it's got no place for me to sit to park it at. So kind of left it where it was at. But that's very nice ship. Looks like a welcome addition to NPC ships in the game for sure. If I got that right, I think I do. But yeah, very cool. And it's also a replica too. So again, very stylish, cool looking design here by Celesticor. The Mammoth Freighter, again, very cool. So the next one here, we've got another miner. This one looks like it's more of a standard style miner. And this is the Astral Cube by Arrow. Well, it's actually spelled A-A-R-O-W-W. I don't exactly know how to say that, so I just called it Arrow. But I think I'm wrong on that. But yeah, that's a great looking miner. So this one looks like it's running a 10 drill setup. Got a pair of Gatling guns on either side, a nice display for the pilot. You got access doors right on the side over here and some ramps to get the pilot up into the pilot area. And yeah, I like the blockwork, the color scheme, all of it. Looks really cool the way this is done up. Oh, I love how these rear thrusters are in there with this curved block section here. Yeah, very nice looking miner. Really cool block work on here. Oh, got a couple minigun turrets on the sides as well. So it does have some good defense for your regular mining needs. Yeah, very nice. Cool looking block work there. I just the way it's cut in. Another thing with these rear thrusters too is the way the author decided to leave this part open right here and just use like half thin blocks there, which it looks pretty cool from the top. You get that whole realm of detail that you wouldn't have got if you would have buried that thruster in there and covered it all up with the blocks. So that's actually a really cool looking thing there. And even looking down at these down thrusters, they're kind of recessed in there under some grates, and it's got a block ring around that as well. And what is going on with these? Oh, look at that. These are actually, oh, those are like your railings there, painted orange. but they're used differently. They're used as railings yet, but not probably the way they're intended to be used. Kind of almost like a support piece. Oh, that's cool. I've seen a lot of interesting ways to use the deco pieces on a lot of builds lately. Definitely nice. Definitely nice here. It looks like it's a pretty thrusty miner as well. Not quite like the ArtemisRouge one over there, but very thrusty looking miner. Let's take a look at some specs on here as well. Actually, let's get into the interior here real quick. So it looks like we've got trauma station and oxygen in here. And that's yeah, just about it. We got O2 as well. Nice view off the front of the miner. And again, it's a compact design with the mining drills on the exterior of the blockwork. So I think this wouldn't have any real issues at all, like digging tunnels and things like that. You got to watch that with miners. If you have your drills too far in from the sides of the creation, if you try to do like make a mining hole in a planet somewhere, if you don't bore it out enough, you'll get tripped up in it and a little bit stuck once in a while, things like that. Hold on, I gotta see. There's some doors over here. Oh, look at that. Looks like we've got some upgrade places over here. Oh, we got a shield as well. Small shield parts. The main core is over there. And some additional areas to put in some parts, maybe some extra CPU or whatnot, more fuel, whatever, more shield parts, maybe another generator. Let's take a look at the numbers here. So we are size class 1. We are, let's see, unlock level 20, 56 forward, 56 strafing, 56 lift, 56 reverse, 56 down. So balanced all the way around, all directions here. 2 hour and 31 minute build time. It's going to use some estrium and zirconium again. It is a SV miner though, and using 10 SV laser drills. So I'd imagine that would be the case. 7 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, again, it's not a Core 9 either. So obviously you can build a pretty high potency miner far under Core 9 levels here. So this is only using up to 39,000, using just about all of that in CPU. And that's also with a shield. Hold on, let me take a look at the shield strength at 2710 on here. Not too bad at all. And let's see, it's, yeah, another high maneuverable creation here. Let's take a look at its storage. So we got an ammo controller at 750. We've got 2 harvest controllers, one at 8K, both at 8K. So 16K total harvest storage in here as well. Yeah, it looks like a very capable miner. You could pop in some upgrades on here too. Looks like the author certainly intended for that, and using up all the space in here. So you could add some CPU blocks, some another generator. Yeah, just more stuff. Very nice, cool looking shape. I gotta give you kudos. I think the block work is really cool, and the thrusters, how they're displayed on here, looks really nice as well. So again, very cool miner. The Astral Cube by Arrow. So the next creation here, this is another SV, and this is the Q1S211 Carve Reforged Eden Core 2 Light Freighter by Commander Katron, or Katron. It's QTATRON. And I thought this looked really cool and interesting too. Kind of industrial style miner, a little bit of a different color scheme on it, but it looks good together with the the yellow and the green. Kind of a cool looking bridge on there. And it does have these kind of arms with almost like a catwalk going across these 2 front arms as well. Some spotlights there in the front. That's interesting how it lands. It looks like it's landing on these here. Does this have landing gear on it? Did I just miss getting this on the landing gear? Oh yeah, it does have landing gear. They just didn't retract. Interesting. Let me take this up and put it back down again to see if it can see if those come down or not. Oh yeah, there they go. Okay, I just didn't have it right the first time. So landing gear come right down to the ground. Oh, it's got one of those big cargo boxes in the back here. I like all the pipe work and the block work around it, and the dual color setup here too, kind of accenting certain areas of the creation. That's cool. That's cool. Matching thruster colors here. Looks like we've got a couple access doors on the top side as well. Ah, okay. So we got our we got a SV shield in here. Looks like we got access to the warp drive as well. Generators off both sides. Yeah, very nice. What's this other? This is probably going into the interior. Yes, it is. Okay, I figured that much. So we got we could basically go in these side doors or come through the top, which is great for like deploying a drone or whatnot. And it looks like a perfect setup for deploying a drone from within the interior. Very convenient as well. So inside of here we got a couple fridges. Looks like a storage controller, armor locker, detector, storage box, O2, Wi-Fi. Yeah, a lot of different stuff in here. Curious why this looks like it should be a display right there, but for some reason it's not on. Huh. Hold on. I'm going to power this off a second and power it back on. See if that, there it goes. I've been having, on a couple creations today, I spawned them in and some things started in a weird state and I had to like power them off and power them back on for things to look right. I actually had that problem with, on ArtemisRouge's creation too, where the retractable turret on there, it was retracted, but the top side of it was missing. Like it just didn't draw it out until I reset the turrets on that one. I had to like open them up and then close them back down, and then everything was fine again. But that's nothing to do with the authors. That's something a weird little glitch kind of bug, I think, with the game in certain parts, or at least their spawn state. So it's kind of a weird thing here. I like the LCD here around the pilot seat here as well. Enter coordinates for 15-year light warp. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So let's take a look at some numbers here. So we are unlock level 12. Not too bad at all, actually. Wow, pretty quick too. 47 forward, 32 strafing, 47 lift, 26 reverse, 26 down. 5 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, 58 minute and 24 second build time. Requires no estrium or zacosium. It's running 2 Gatling guns and a detector. CPU wise, really light on CPU. Only using 11,000 CPU out of 12,000 set up for it. That's probably why it doesn't need any rares or anything like that, as well as it's not going very high on CPU. So kind of a good utility type of creation. As in storage, there we are. So we got 1,500 for ammo. Got a large cargo box here. Oh, I'm sorry, large cargo container there. 8K on that. And then other than that, just a box. So just the one controller on here for ammo, and then a big box at 8K, which is a pretty good amount of storage there. Then your ARP taxi tank. It does warp as well. And let's see, let me take a look. Did this have a shield in it as well? It does have a small shield on there, so 730 on shield as well. Looks like a P menu power option for standby mode as well. Yeah, again, very, very cool. This is the Q1S 211 Carve RE Core 2 Light Freighter by Commander Catron. Catron? Catron. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that name. I'm sorry about that. But it sounds cool. It sounds like a cool name, though. It really does. So, all right. So next creation here. This is This is the Star Wars INS Suppressor by Praetorius 428, if I said that name correctly. I'm thinking I might have mispronounced that one as well here. But yeah, this looks really, really cool. Got that wedge-shaped Star Wars style design here. Looks like, I would say it's, by first looks, more of a combat-oriented CV. By looking at all the turrets on here, kind of lined up around the hull there. Quite a few side turrets, some on the bottom there. Looks like it also could do some damage below it as well. Maybe even to take it planet side and blow up some planet side POIs or something with it here. Quite a few guns going down in that direction there. I like the wedge-shaped pattern over here. It looks like we've got places for potentially more turrets up in this area here as well. Yeah, 3x3 spaces, at least 2 turret positions there that could fire forward. I like the kind of the random lights on here with the using the tiniest block in the game, I believe. Or maybe that's not quite the tiniest. I think there's a wedge-shaped version of that same block. Maybe. I could be mistaken on that, though. Yeah, really cool. I like these. I like the thruster housings on here too, and the big old round setup there with kind of makes them look bigger than what they actually are. They're pretty big thrusters anyway, though. Those are actually the Excel thrusters on here. A couple turrets on the side. We got a landing pad over here going up into the bridge section here. I like how that's done. That looks really cool, the way the author did this landing pad too. It's actually no, it's not lifted up. I thought this was a row of thin blocks on the top. Oh, it is. It's got to be. Oh, okay. So the stairway kind of goes down right into that, but you don't notice that height difference really. Oh, that's a cool idea. A very cool idea. You can add some extra looks to a landing pad that way by having like a thin block row, and that shouldn't disrupt anything landing on it at all. It's a flat surface just like anything else, so that would work out just fine. On the top hull here, it looks like we got a big down thruster right in the front section here. Some more turret opportunities. Looks like right there at least. I'm sure you could fit some more turrets along here if you really wanted to as well. In various places on this creation here. I like the bridge here too. The kind of the wider bridge, kind of separated from the rest of the creation, like its own part there. Yeah, it definitely has that Star Wars look to it. Oh, I like these side doors too. Looks like we've got some side landing gear as well. Like it could dock up to another creation over here in this section here, and then have maybe some kind of a pass-through door from that other creation to this one. That's really cool. So I'd take a quick look at the bottom here. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like definitely a place to put a large lift thruster there. I don't see it intact, but it's got these big Excel ones here already. So, yeah, but looks like you could certainly add another lift thruster in that general area. Just see if there's any more along here. I don't believe so. Okay, so yeah, a couple thruster upgrades. You need more lift power. All right, well, let's get in this one here. See what's going on. I'm wondering if I should adjust the lighting or not. Let me try. Whoops, wrong button. No. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, global time. Let's try to go to night. I thought I'd do a different setting here, and I went to a moon this time for this this video just to see how that was gonna work out with the lighting. I don't think I've tried to do one of these on a moon before. But the lighting would look pretty bright. It looked like we'd be able to see the creations pretty good. Of course, unless I turn down the lighting. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've noticed some comments about things being too dark, and I'm too jerky with the camera, and I'm trying to work on that. But just keep in mind, especially when you're walking around at SV, I mean, there's a minimum speed you can do, and it can't really go any slower than that. At least in God mode. Other suggestions suggest that I walk around these creations not in God mode. That could be done as well. It just take a little longer to get through them, I think. I'm going to keep the lighting on, I think. I don't think that was helping it anything. Turning the lights down here. So let's see. We are on. All right. Let's start at 4 here and take a walk in here. So it looks like we've got an advanced generator over on one side, and definitely it looks like we have a location for a second one over on the other side. It's kind of interesting how they're offset from one another a little bit. Where are they? A little bit. Well, we got a gravity generator there. Other than that, no, they're not offset. They would totally line up next to each other. Seeing some xenoblocks here too. Tell by the texture there. And up here, oh, I like this. We've got our warp drive. Cool looking display for that. I like the pipe work going in there. Now it's kind of elevated over kind of a floor, elevated floor catwalk. Got our Pentaxa tank right over there. Cool looking pipe there. Some more lighting. Alright, so it looks like 4 is all about the warp and generators. Let's get up to our main. Well, I don't know if this is the main deck or not, but we got hangar space over here, it looks like. Just trying to figure out how you would get something in the hangar. Am I missing something here? Definitely looks like it has a location to park a ship, but just not seeing any doors or hangar doors or anything getting into it. But maybe it's just, or maybe this, this could very well be a part upgrade area. Maybe some medium shield parts, or that's 4 blocks tall. Yeah, you could fit in a large shield part in here. It's got kind of a catwalk walking around the outside of it here. Officers' quarters off to the side here. Very cool. I like the window views here. It kind of looks out, looking out at a turret position there. Again, some more Xeno in the hall here. It looks like it's reinforced pretty good. Let's head over this way. So we got a lounge. Oh, check that out. Very cool. And then we got our bathroom facility over here. Looks like it's pretty well equipped with all the bathroom needs. And that wraps around to a crew area on the other side. Very cool, very cool. And what's in here? It looks like we got our main core and our CPU room. Oh, nice setup for that. Hey, you can walk all the way around it. Kind of like a big server rack here of CPUs. Kind of makes sense. Nicely done. Alright, so let's go up another floor here. And then, well, I don't know what's out back here. More doors, more places. Oh, okay, so here's our, here's the regular hangar. Obviously, that's where I came in at. I was just looking at the other room. That must be a shield upgrade room. So I was mistaken that. It was big, and I thought maybe it was a hangar until I didn't see any doors to get in there. But no, our main hangar is back over here. It's off to the sides here. Oh. Like a utility bay coming in from the outside at one of these side doors with the that can also looks like it could dock to another creation there. Just see if it's the same going on this side here. I bet you it is. Yeah. Okay. Get back to the center section here. And alright, so let's go up to the next floor. See if there's anything in between here. So is that 2 then, I guess? So we're up to 1. This would be our bridge. I believe. Wait, that's okay. We're looking out the back to a landing pad. I like this setup here. We can land something and then hop right into the bridge from there. Very convenient. And then we've got our pilot seat right over here. Kind of off-centered, I believe. Or is it not? No, I think it is. Off-centered by 1 block. And then you got your or passenger seat right on the side there. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Oh, and all kinds of information here, too. Multiple turret placements along the hall, 4 fixed guns, generator room, quantum auxiliary. Shield can be upgraded to advanced, large room for additional shield components or whatever you need. Okay, so that one room I was looking at, that looked kind of hangar size, but is not a hangar. Yeah, you could put in a lot of different stuff in there. So whatever you need, pretty much. And a hangar bay has space for deconstructor and constructor. 2 additional slots for downward facing advanced thrusters. Yep, did see that too. Hull is Xeno covered in steel and carbon. Take some hits, but don't push too much past the shields. Okay, makes good sense there. Definitely did see quite a bit of Xeno in the hull on this one as well. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So to start with here, we are unlock level 25, size class 5. 64 forward, 32 strafing, 64 lift, 64 reverse, 32 down, running 43 fuel tanks and 32 oxygen tanks, 15-hour and 13-minute build time. Got 10 cannon turrets, 12 laser turrets, 6 sentry guns, 6 minigun turrets, and a detector. CPU-wise, looks like we're right at the Core 9 setup here. It's got a little extra CPU as well. You got room to put extra CPU stuff in here as well too, including generators, shield parts, whatever you want actually, which is a really cool idea actually. Just a kind of a upgrade room, kind of nicely thought out there. And is running quite a lot of Xenoblocks, 1048 Xenoblocks in the build. About half that of the steel blocks in it. So yeah, it would be pretty tough, but I have seen some bad guy or NPC ships in the game be able to do some pretty remarkable damage quickly to things. This looks like it would put up with some abuse, though. It really does, especially with the Xeno incorporated into the hull, kind of on the underside, where you don't really, or well, kind of below the blocks, so you don't really see it much. Again, you can't really texture it very accordingly to most types of creations. So again, very, very cool creation here. This is the, oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't look at the storage. I am so sorry about that. So we got an ammo controller at two ammo controllers at 320K. I got cargo controller at 416. Make that 2. So yeah, about 830K of storage. And then another 640K of ammo storage, plus some miscellaneous, couple extra boxes in there. Fridges. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Again, this is the Star Wars INS Suppressor by Patrius 428. I'm sorry about, I probably butchered your name again. Sorry about that. Very cool name though. All right, so that is the 6 of those. I want to do one last update and also talk about one last thing here. So on this Wayfarer, I did finish this up completely. I even put in the info LCD now. I adjusted some things on it on specs to make it so it's totally cool with vanilla, bringing it in as well. Now I did decide to go with not putting the shield in their stock. And I also removed the armor repair on here and I did put in like a little vent grill here. I did talk about that over here too, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a description on how to put that in screenshots. So I will take the advice that I got in a comment and show a screenshot of how to install that repair bay when I do get this to the workshop. But other than that, CPU wise, now I'm looking at it. Reforged Eden is a little bit lower on CPU than what it was last time I showed it, because I did cut some thrusters from it, and one of the advanced constructors as well. So you're looking at a 4-hour and 21-minute build time on this one in Reforged Eden. In vanilla, it's literally like half that build time. It's like 2 hours and something in vanilla. So it's fairly cheap, and you can upgrade all these thrusters along the way. I just thought I'd show like an update. I did have a separate video going over this ship and all the stuff in it and what you can do with it. I was just kind of perplexed on how I was going to outfit this, because I kind of wanted it to be vanilla compatible as well, and it was kind of tough to balance those numbers out. But right now, if you spawn it in vanilla, the CPU checks out. It is within CPU. I had to cut down the CPU on the build stock to be able to accomplish that. Did that by removing one of the advanced constructors, and I cut some strafing thrusters over here that you can put back in place. Or no, actually those were already out of the ship last time I showed it. What I did is I cut some reverse thrusters over here, so you can put those back in place. By removing one of the constructors and the 2 front reverse thrusters, or 2 of the 4 front reverse thrusters, it would be now compliant with CPU in both vanilla and Reforged Eden, which I thought was kind of helpful there. So other than that, yeah, I won't necessarily go through the ship here again, but I will get this to the workshop pretty soon. It might be Sunday, but it's possible that it could end up on the workshop before then. So it depends how much time I get. Basically, I'm a little tough with time. Also, one last thing before I end the video, if you're still here, I did put out a video yesterday that I actually ended up removing after about an hour. I started building a Scar space station, but the way I did it, it wasn't very engaging, and I sort of like did some random weird stupid blocks around, and then I started working on one area, but I just thought it was not very good for video. So what I am going to do with that is just do some update videos on it like I normally do with most creations. It's probably too big of a creation to try to do a build series on it. I usually want to do those with something that's a little smaller than what that's supposed to be. That's going to be a little bit bigger. It's not going to be giant, but it's going to be a bigger, probably more time consuming creation. So I will put out update videos on it as I get more work done on it. It's not done. It's just I didn't feel that video I put out yesterday was very good, and I don't think anybody else thought it was very good either. After an hour being out there, I think it only got like it had like 50 or 60 views, and only 2 people liked it. And I'm like, and then I tried to watch it. I'm like, yeah, I don't even know what I was doing there. So anyway, I'll have updates for it. But that is it for today. So very cool creations. Again, kind of a variety of creations. Got a combat CV, NPC style freighter, a player base, starter base, a super high gravity cycle miner, a more normalized miner, and then a kind of a utility cargo SV. So yeah, a bunch of different kinds of creations again. And I did avoid starter CVs in this one because of the of this month's challenge. So I didn't show any of those if they happen to be up on the spotlight. That's why. Other than that, you all have yourself a great day, and I'll talk to you later.